of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and countless other tragedies which never make the national headlines have played out time and time again. There is an old saying that the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Once a dear friend of mine, who happens to be African American, told me, "I'm sorry if the word social injustice makes people uncomfortable. I'm sorry if the word racial inequality offends people. But just imagine being at the receiving end." I think we all agree that the rallies and demonstrations across the US is not just a reaction to George Floyd's murder, but an expression of frustration over long-lasting issues about the treatment of Black people by law enforcement. George Floyd's murder has sparked a conversation at a national level. But if the conversation doesn't evolve into action, the status quo will not change. I think the fundamental question that everyone should ask themselves is this: how did we get this far? And by that, I don't mean an examination of American history, but an examination of how law enforcement got away with the unfair treatment of a large segment of the population for this long. I think they got away with it because they target people who don't know their rights. I genuinely believe if officers realize they are dealing with someone who knows how to use his or her rights, they would think twice about overstepping the legal boundaries, abusing their powers, and let alone pulling the trigger. How law enforcement deals with racial minorities in the US defies any universal sense of morality. I'll be the first to acknowledge that for every act of brutality, there are thousands and thousands of honorable men and women in uniform who put their lives on the line every single day to serve and protect. But we are not talking about percentages. We are talking about human lives and humanity at its core. I have stepped up to do my share. As Angela Davis said, in a racist society, it's not enough to be non-racist. You must be anti-racist. I have created a channel and a platform focused on teaching you your rights. Learning your rights is the first step to empower yourself to become your own best advocate. As someone with over 30 years of experience in law, I've made it my mission to educate as many people as I can on their rights. Knowledge is power, and my channel is aimed at providing you with the knowledge, with the power of knowledge to stand up for yourself, to speak up for yourself, and to inspire others to do the same, especially the younger generation. If you want to pay real tribute to George Floyd, learn your rights. We are in it together, not as commentators and spectators on the sideline, but as players in the field. Players who realize the intensity of the situation. Players who recognize the opportunity for change, change in attitude, change in dialogue, and change in action. I encourage you, please feel free to comment and ask questions on my presentations, and I'll do my best to reply in a timely manner. If you really want to say enough is enough, learn your rights. God bless each and every one of you.